The remnants of the 104th Cadet Corps found themselves clinging to survival, trapped within the fallen Trost district. The once bustling streets now lay in ruins, a grim reminder of the devastation wrought by the Titans. The colossal Titans' breach had plunged humanity into chaos, shattering the fragile peace that once existed within the walls. And the fight for survival was far from over. Every corner of the city echoed with the sounds of battle, the cries of the wounded, and the relentless roars of the Titans. As the dust settled, a glimmer of hope emerged, a desperate mission to resupply the soldiers battling tirelessly at the front lines. This mission was not just about supplies, it was about rekindling the spirit of resistance. The cadets, battered and bruised, were tasked with this perilous mission. Their faces, marked by exhaustion and determination, told stories of countless battles fought and comrades lost. It was a race against time, a desperate gamble to regain a foothold in the face of overwhelming odds. Every second counted, and every decision could mean the difference between life and death. The weight of their fallen comrades weighed heavily upon their shoulders, a constant reminder of the ever-present danger. Each fallen soldier was a stark reminder of the price of failure. The mission was fraught with peril, a journey into the heart of a nightmare. The ruins of Trost were now a labyrinth of danger, with Titans lurking around every corner. Every step forward was a testament to their courage, a defiant stand against the relentless onslaught of the Titans. Their bravery was the only beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. The fate of Trost, and perhaps humanity itself, hinged on their success. The cadets knew that their mission was more than just a resupply run. It was a fight for the very survival of their world. As the cadets ventured deeper into the ravaged streets of Trost, they were met with a scene of utter devastation. The once bustling city, filled with the sounds of life and laughter, now lay silent, its streets echoing with the memories of what once was. Buildings lay in ruins, their skeletal remains casting long shadows across the debris-strewn streets. Each step they took was a reminder of the relentless assault that had brought the city to its knees. The air was thick with the stench of death and decay, a grim testament to the horrors that had unfolded. Smoke still lingered in the air, mingling with the fog, creating an almost surreal, nightmarish landscape. Amidst this desolation, a group of survivors huddled together, their faces etched with fear and despair. They clung to each other, seeking solace in their shared suffering, their eyes reflecting the trauma they had endured. They had witnessed the full fury of the Titans, and the experience had left them shattered. Their haunted expressions told stories of unimaginable terror, of loved ones lost and futures stolen. Mikasa Ackerman, her usual stoic demeanor shaken, surveyed the scene with a heavy heart. The weight of her responsibilities bore down on her, and for the first time, doubt crept into her mind. The depots, their last hope for resupply, were overrun by Titans. The colossal footprints left behind were a stark reminder of the overwhelming force they were up against. The weight of their situation pressed down on them, threatening to crush their already fragile spirits. Every face bore the marks of exhaustion and stress, their bodies weary from the constant fight for survival. The mission, once a beacon of hope, now seemed like a fool's errand. What was once a glimmer of light in the darkness had dimmed, leaving them questioning their purpose and resolve. Despair cast a long shadow, threatening to consume them all. The darkness of their surroundings mirrored the growing darkness within their hearts, as they grappled with the weight of defeat. Fear, a primal instinct, tightened its grip on the survivors. It was a force that transcended the physical, seeping into their very souls and paralyzing their will to fight. The air was thick with the scent of dread, and every breath they took seemed to amplify their terror. Gene Kirstein, his bravado shattered, grappled with the overwhelming urge to flee. His heart pounded in his chest like a war drum, each beat a reminder of the peril that surrounded him. The once confident soldier now found himself questioning his every move, his every decision. He had witnessed the death of countless comrades, and the trauma had left him deeply shaken. The faces of the fallen haunted his dreams, their last moments replaying in an endless loop. Each loss was a dagger to his heart, a wound that refused to heal. Connie Springer, his usual cheerfulness replaced by a haunted look, could only stare in numb disbelief at the carnage around him. The devastation was beyond comprehension, a nightmare made real. His mind struggled to process the sheer scale of the horror, leaving him in a state of shock. Even the stoic soldiers of Squad 8, led by the enigmatic Captain Hannes, were not immune to the psychological toll of the battle. Their faces, usually set in determined resolve, now showed cracks of fear and uncertainty. The weight of their responsibility pressed heavily on their shoulders. Their training had prepared them for the physical demands of combat, but nothing could have prepared them for the sheer terror of facing the Titans. The monstrous beings were a living nightmare, their presence a constant reminder of their own mortality. Each encounter left them more frayed, more vulnerable. The relentless pressure, the constant threat of death, gnawed at the edges of their sanity. Every moment was a battle to maintain their composure, to keep the fear at bay. The strain was evident in their eyes, in the way they moved, in the way they spoke. It was a battle fought not just on the streets of Trost, but within the minds of the survivors. The psychological scars ran deep, leaving wounds that no amount of time could fully heal. In the aftermath, they would carry these scars as a testament to their endurance, their resilience, and their unyielding spirit. Section 4. Mikasa Ackerman, a beacon of determination. Amidst the despair and fear, Mikasa Ackerman stood as a beacon of determination. The horrors she had witnessed, the loss she had endured, only served to fuel her resolve. She refused to succumb to despair, drawing strength from the memory of Eren, her adoptive brother, who was missing in action. Mikasa knew that giving up was not an option. The survival of her comrades, the hope of finding Eren, rested upon her shoulders. With a steely glint in her eyes, she vowed to fight on, no matter the cost. Her unwavering spirit, her fierce determination, inspired those around her. She was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope could still flicker. Section 5. A desperate last stand, the Cadets Rallying Cry. Inspired by Mikasa's unwavering resolve, the remaining cadets rallied. They had stared death in the face and emerged, however battered, on the other side. Their fear, though still present, was tempered by a newfound determination. They would make their stand, fight for every inch of ground, and honor the sacrifices of their fallen comrades. The cadets, their spirits reignited, charged into battle with renewed vigor. Their training kicked in, their movements honed by countless hours of practice. They moved as one, their synchronized attacks exploiting the Titans' weaknesses. Every fallen Titan was a victory, a testament to their courage and skill. They fought with the ferocity of cornered animals, their desperation lending them strength. Section 6. The Abyss gazes back, Mikasa's brush with death. The battle raged on, a chaotic dance of death and destruction. Mikasa, her blades a blur of motion, fought with unmatched skill and ferocity. She moved with a grace that belied the brutality of her attacks, cutting down Titans with ruthless efficiency. But even Mikasa, skilled as she was not invincible. As she moved to deliver the final blow to a Titan, her gas tanks ran dry. She plummeted towards the ground, her heart pounding in her chest. Death, it seemed, had finally come for her. As the Titan's hand reached for her, Mikasa closed her eyes, accepting her fate. But fate, it seemed, had other plans.